Remember the age-old parental advice. Our parents keep telling us, keep good company, don't get into bad company. Does this statement even mean anything? How does it matter who your friends are? Don't you think it's you and only you who makes your character? How on earth will it matter if I have a spoilt brat as my friend? It doesn't matter if my morals are in place. I think I'll do well in my life. Is this true? Do you think your friends really make or break your life? Do you think the age old parental advice that I told you is really true? There's a very well known proverb. It says, tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are. How much of truth does this proverb carry? Now, how can one even answer such a question as to how this is true? One way of doing it is to go and look at many people and ask who their friends are, look at their traits. For example, I'll go and ask this person, who are your friends? What are they doing? What is their social status? What is your social status? And try to see whether friendships and the character of the person is sort of related. I can go on doing this, right? Is there a better way to do this? Yeah, there's a much better way to do this. As a very fascinating study that I'm going to tell you people. There's a paper that was published in 2007 by Christakis and Fowler, which said obesity is contagious. What do I mean by this? If I am friends with people who are obese, I enter the danger of becoming obese. How do you think this is true? Probably it's some fictitious statement that one can make just like that. Can we back it up with some evidence? Scientists also observed that it is not just obesity that is contagious. There are several other things that are contagious too on a friendship network, and it is the inference is beyond something being contagious. This eye-opening piece of research which says happiness is contagious takes this to a brand new level. What does it mean? It goes without saying that if you are amidst high energy, happy people, you also tend to be happy. You see, this is especially true of dogs. If you have a pet, you will realize that when you are happy and energetic, it's very contagious. The dog also becomes very happy and energetic, and vice versa sometimes. If you meet an old friend who is sort of very who has a smiling face and who is always positive, optimistic, you miss being with him or her, right? I mean, it's all in all, I'm trying to say that this happiness and energy levels are very contagious. Now, what if we repeat this experiment of the obesity being a contagion, with obesity replaced by happiness? Do you think happiness also is contagious? In the previous question, we saw how obesity was contagious. But now, if we ask the same question, if I am happy, is it because of someone who is happy around me? Well, again, a longitudinal study said people who tend to be happy, by longitudinal study, I mean a study across several years. This was some 10 to 12 years study of some 5,000 people. And they observed that happiness is also very contagious and it spreads in social networks. Not just that, a lot more fascinating than just this. They observed that this happiness is contagious up to 3 levels, which means if you are happy, your friends are happy, and their friends are happy, and their friends are happy. I mean, that's very startling that it is not just at one level, it's up to 3 levels. Assume I have 100 friends. 100 friends have 100 other friends, and they have 100 more friends. So up to the last level, people are happy if I alone is happy. So which means happiness is, it percolates from the top to bottom. One person is happy, all his friends are happy, and so on and so forth. Very tough to believe, but yeah, research says this is very true, at least to a very good extent, that many of your friends are happy when you are happy. Getting back to the parental quote that I said, keep good company. This also means something more than that. Not just keep good company, work on understanding what is a company that your company keeps, because their happiness implies his happiness, which is your friend, implies your happiness. We should watch up to several levels. So the proverbial quote of tell me who is your friend, I'll tell you who you are, seem to be partially true in the sense that there is a lot more to it, that it is not just your friends, it's your friends' friends who can influence you and their friends who can influence you. Maybe a modern quote after this kind of a research should be, tell me who your friends are, who your friends' friends are, who your friends' friends are, and I'll tell you who you are, right? So this eye-opening research established a brand new line of understanding in social networks, that we are not just connected, we permeate our thoughts, we spread our thoughts like a contagion. Just the way yawning is contagious, happiness is contagious. Just the way flu spreads, obesity spreads. Unbelievable but true. We will actually see in the forthcoming lectures how we can program this and then make our observations. I'll give you a fictitious data set on which you will be writing a piece of code and you will be inferring all these facts. The fact that obesity is contagious, happiness is contagious. I'll give you a big network and I'll give you the longitudinal network data across the timeline, and you will infer that yes, obesity has become contagious from here to here. Happiness does spread to people across several levels.